Welcome to this 45-minute spicy vinyasa. A little bit of leg strength involved in this one, definitely not a beginner practice. If you're new to my channel, thank you for jumping on and trying something different. I offer a really creative, playful, quite strong yoga practice, but also in saying that, I do have options for beginner or entry-level yoga as well with my Move Like Water program. I invite you to jump over to my Instagram page, move_like_water, or over to my website to check out the upcoming mobility, movement, and calisthenics-based programs coming your way. I'll keep continuing to drop in some yoga practices as I do have a yoga container coming very soon if you would like to be a part of it. But for now, this will be a sort of intermediate to advanced level yoga practice, a bit of flow, a bit of balance, a lot of leg strength, and a lot of fun. Grab some blocks if you have any, but other than that, we are going to start our practice kneeling or seated, just taking some time to land, closing down your eyes, and just allowing the body to breathe. Pay attention to the state of your body. Pay attention to how you've landed as soon as you've hit the mat. Notice any tension around your face, your jaw, your eyes, your mouth. And every time that you breathe out, I want you to let all of that tension go. You made it to your mat. It's a new day. It's really important paying attention to the state of our body through our day and what we communicate to our autonomic nervous system. I want you to bring your attention to breathing where your diaphragm hits the top of your abdomen. So as you inhale, feel the press down of the diaphragm onto the abdomen. And feel the belly push out. You'll feel the base of the rib cage spread. But make sure the breath doesn't travel up into your chest or your shoulders. And as you breathe out, feel the energy of the breath out. Feel everything dissipate on the breath out. And I want you to continue this breath for 10 rounds. Breathing in through the nose, feel the diaphragm push onto the abdomen. And extend the exhale for 2 counts longer than your inhale as you breathe out. And I want you to scan your body, right inside, outside. Every time you exhale, choose a part of your body to let go of tension. Notice any thoughts that are taking up space in the mind. Don't try to push them away. Don't try to judge them. Don't make anything of them. Just witness that they are there. As you exhale, soften to them. Be gentle with yourself. We come to our mats for a reason. Not just to physically move the body, but to more so take a bit of a pause and to pay attention to what's going on today. The state of our nervous system is everything. And if we move into our day in any form of tension, as in the body has its armor on, then we're going to find we're going to be a lot more reactive, a lot more judgmental, a lot more critical of ourselves through our day, because our body is in protection mode. So use this practice as a check-in. When you step off your mat today, this morning, whenever this practice is, to go about your day in a body that is open, curious, not critical, and a vessel that seeks out compassion. Take 3 more breaths here. When you're ready, we are going to move. We're going to get moving pretty quickly this morning. So let's take an inhale, sweeping those arms up. As you exhale, we're going to just cross over and take a spinal twist. Breathing in and breathing out. If you've not met my fairy friend before, this is Lily. Inhale and exhale. She loves to get on the mat and push me off it. Inhale and exhale. Let's take a few more of these. I'll leave this in your own time to eventually come down onto all fours. I'm going to do my best around this one. Come on. And as soon as you get to all fours, I'll get you to start moving your spine, rippling and rolling your spine in any direction that feels good for you. So I'm a pretty intuitive teacher. I like you to take the reins yourself because it's your body that you're working with. I don't know how you've slept. I don't know how you've woken up. Again, emotions play a really big role as well as to tension and tightness. So use this part of your practice here to get into the joints. Play around with any movements that really feel good for you. And then getting into the wrist quite specifically as well this morning. As mentioned, this will be a bit more intermediate advanced practice. I'm not going to be cueing a lot. There might be some funky transitions into this one. We will explore that as we go. We're going to start to bring ourselves into a melting heart just for 5 breaths. And we're going to articulate the spine as we do this one. So just let yourself soften for a little bit here in your melting heart. And then we're going to take an inhale, round the spine, push the shoulder blades apart. Exhale, draw the sternum down towards the ground. All right, inhale, you can come on your fingertips here, like really protract. And then exhale, draw the sternum down to the ground. All right, let's go one more time. Inhale. And exhale. All right, beautiful. From where you are here, let's ripple forward. So rippling the spine all the way forward. And then rolling yourself down towards the ground as we land with the belly on the ground and moving through some oscillating cobras. So bringing those hands nice and wide. We're going to take an inhale, peel up the spine. And as you exhale, we're going to peel back down. I'd like you to continue with that movement for me if you can, just taking a couple more rounds with that. Finding your version, of course, with that rippling and rolling. Again, any way, shape or form that feels nice for you, feel free to bring one hand back and one hand forwards. All right, taking one more of these. All right, and as we come up, we're going to just make our way up into a high plank. So either pressing up to your high plank or coming to your knees. And I really want you to tuck that tailbone under. So holding your version of a high plank, having a think about like not letting those hips collapse. So really pressing away. Spreading the scapula apart, pushing away with the heels, squeeze the quads, and always option to drop to the knee. And then from your high plank position, we're just going to start to roll onto the right hand. Maybe come onto those left fingertips as we lift up for a side plank. Option to drop that back knee down and pause. And then bring that left hand down. And we're going to bring the right knee to the nose. All right, we're going to bring that foot back, roll onto the left hand. Maybe come onto the right fingertips. Option to lift that right hand up as we come down. See if you can bring your left knee in towards your nose. One more time on each side. Roll to the right foot, into the right hand. Make sure right wrist stacked under, right shoulder lifts. As we come down, we're going to bring that left hand down, then bring the right knee towards the nose. And as you come back, maybe keeping that right foot up this time. Moving into your side plank on the left. We're coming down and the left knee comes to the nose. Ripple all the way up to a downward facing dog. So we move through a little bit of a squat flow to get us warm. From here, coming into your crouch position, ripple forward all the way to a high plank, up and over. Keep the arms straight, keep your feet wide, and then open the shoulders and pull your sternum through. All right, finding a lazy upward facing dog. From here, chin to chest, pull the sternum up, lift the belly, keep the feet wide, and walk those hands back to a squat position at the back of your mat here. Beautiful. All right, from your squat position here, just have a bit of a feel into this space. It should feel pretty nice. And then moving in your own time, options to add on. Coming up and over, walking yourself up to that high plank variation. All right, and then as you do, ripple forward, keeping the arms straight, pulling the sternum through to stay here, or add on a high plank to a push-up. Lifting back up, chin to chest, sternum pulls in, and walking the body back, again, all the way to your squat. All right, option to add on again, if you like last time through this little sequence. From your squat position, find your way to high plank. Core on. Again, pull the sternum through. All right, as you come out of this one, either stay here or find your high plank. Add on a push-up or two. Press back up, high plank. And then this time it's a downward facing dog. As you arrive in your down dog, feel free to just move it around a little bit. Get into, oh yeah, it feels so good. Get into the ankle joints. Feel free to pick up an ankle, move the ankle. Play around with that space. All right, beautiful. From your downward facing dog, just get into the legs a little bit here. Again, visiting your crouch pose. Bring the right knee up to your nose as you move forward. And from here, flexing the foot, step it outside of the right hand. All right, from here, we're going to open the heart space. Blocks are really helpful here. If you've got blocks, use them. As you exhale, send those hips back to extended pyramid. Again, inhale, draw the heart forwards. And exhale, lift up through the hips. And again, your version of extended pyramid. One more time here. Inhale, draw the heart forward. And exhale, extended pyramid pose. All right, creeping back forward, leave your left hand down. Inhale, pushing away, right hand comes tall. And then from here, we're going to just do a little bit of leg work. You're going to bring your left knee to your nose, give it a tap, and then back to your lunge. Inhale, tap, back to your lunge. Inhale, tap, step to the front of the mat, and finding a passive squat here. All right, beautiful. From here, let's let the body fold forward. Opening up the backs of the hamstrings here. Shake your head yes and no. Do whatever feels nice for you here. And then ripple up your spine. Maybe a bit of a spinal wave to come up to the top. And then inhale, open up through the body here. And as you exhale, bending those knees, we fold back down. Halfway lift. Maybe pressing onto the shins or blocks again, really pull the belly in and up here, squeeze the scapula. And then exhale and fold. All right, your version of vinyasa, push the floor away, create space. Step the feet back, high plank. Exhale, elbows in, shift forward, chaturanga. Make sure your traps aren't coming up near your ears around this one. Maybe hovering off the ground just for a second or two here. Inhale, pull the sternum through, roll the shoulders back. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Beautiful, guys. Alrighty. Again, crouch position here. So send those hips back over the heels. Left knee comes to nose. Left knee comes to nose. Ripple the spine. ripple, push through the hands, left foot steps outside, left hand. So hard to talk when you're teaching. All right, pause here for a bit. All right, we're gonna think about pulling the heart through here, so really lengthening the body. And then as you exhale, push the hips back and find your version of extended pyramid. Blocks super handy here. Inhale, pull the sternum through. And exhale, send the hips back. Inhale, pull the sternum through. And exhale, we'll send those hips back. Okay, beautiful. I feel quite nice. We're going to come back forward and through here and just taking a moment to open up. All right, we've got 3 of these little knee tucks. Think about really protracting as you do this. Push through the right hand. We're going to bring the right knee to the nose, tuck in a little ball and step back to a lunge. Again, knee comes to nose, tap and step back. Knee comes to nose, tap and hold. Step the right foot to the top of the mat. We land into a squat. Take a moment here. Breathe in. Breathe out. It's always nice to take a few fresh breaths, and please stay here longer if you need. If not, we're going to slowly from here find our forward fold. Let the head dangle, open up the back of the hamstrings. Push through the feet, ripple up to rise. Big spinal wave here, so really articulate the spine if that feels good. Inhale and exhale, we fold. Inhale, Urdhva Uttanasana, find that halfway lift here. Exhale, planting those hands, stepping back slowly, again, higher plank. Making sure you keep your shoulders over your elbows, over your wrists. We really want to pull the belly button, the sternum and the pubic bone up here. Shift forward, slowly down for 3. Down for 2, maybe hover. And then inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. And then exhale back to a downward facing dog. All right, guys. So what we're going to do here is add on a half kick through movement for a little bit of energy. It's very simple and similar to what we did before. You can always just stay with the knee to the nose option. So just to bring in a little bit of heat, we're going to send those hips back over the heels. We're going to step the right foot outside the right hand. As you do, bring the left knee to the nose. We're going to bring that foot back and then back to crouch position. Left foot outside, left hand. Knee straight to nose. Now, option to stay with that, or you can add a little jump as you do. Bring the right foot outside the right hand, left knee to nose. All right, and then we bring it back. And then left foot outside left hand, and right knee to nose. One more option is to kick the leg through. Right foot outside right hand, left knee to nose, and then kick it through, pointing the toe and squeezing the quad. Bringing it back, crouch position. Left foot outside, left hand, right knee to nose, kicking it through, and then coming back to crouch position. Push back to the knees. Notice your heart rate. Take 3 breaths here. Our next destination is a downward facing dog. So journeying your way back to your downward facing dog, hurdling out your feet. All right, let's roll out our first little bit of float. Push through the left foot and lift the right. Inhale. Bend and open. Exhale. Option to stay here. Option to come onto the left fingertips. All right, and then having a play potentially of reaching for that right foot. Breathe. Let it be wobbly. Now our next destination is bringing the left hand down. We're going to step that right foot outside of the right hand. Right foot outside of the right hand. Okay. Leaving the left hand down. Taking an inhale, lift the right hand, and as you exhale, extended pyramid pose. Beautiful. All right, from here, bending that right knee straight into half moon. Lifting your left leg off the ground. Again, hand can come into a block or an object here. And we're going to slowly keep your right knee bent as you open your left hip. All right, finding your version of Ardha Chandrasana, half moon. Left leg is super active, bend into the right knee. All right, taking an inhale here. We're going to bring that left knee and left elbow to touch. Coming into a bit of a squat here. Inhale, let's extend. Well done, guys. All right, from here, what we're going to do is step back, slowly finding your warrior two position. Take your time, left foot to the back of the mat, and windmill those arms out. Whew. Finding your version of your warrior two. All right, so we want to make sure our right knee is over our right ankle, blade edge of left foot down. And the back toes are slightly forward here. So finding your depth on your first one. When you're ready, let's inhale. Open the right rib cage. Good. As you exhale, we're going to sweep to Skandasana. So moving to the side. Use your hands if you need to. We're going to bend the left knee and find your version of Skandasana. All right, beautiful. All right, so from wherever you are in your Skandasana, we're going to find our way to a side plank. Push through your left heel, sweep back to the front. Left hand comes down, make sure your joints are stacked here. Maybe you keep your right foot off. Maybe it stacks on top. Wherever that is for you, we're going to lift that right hand up and hold for 3. Hold for 2. Hold for 1. Just for this first one, drop the right foot down and we're going to come to a seat. All right, beautiful. So pushing through this right foot, keeping your left leg straight, we're going to lift up, maybe come to the ball of the right foot and find a version of Wild Thing. All right, inhale. As you exhale, look back over. Slowly make your way into crouch position. So you'll bend your knees and send your bum back over your heels. Ripple forward, high plank. Beautiful. To low plank, chaturanga. All right, listen up here. Press back up. Send the knees wide, hips back over heels. And then we're going to inhale, ripple the body through to upward facing dog. Beautiful. And then back to a downward facing dog. All right, from your downward facing dog, let's inhale, lift the left. Now bend and open. Now this is all optional. Now you can stay here or keep your left hand on the ground, bring your right hand back. Now I'm really wobbly on this side, but maybe you try to reach for that left ankle. Hold, maybe. Wherever you are, our next destination will be stepping the left foot outside of the left hand. All right, pause here. Just one big circle here. Take an inhale. As you exhale, send your hips back, extended pyramid pose. All right, from here, rebend your left knee, finding an early half moon. So we're going to keep that left knee bent. And I like to slowly extend the right. Keep the right fingers on the ground until I've got balance. And then start to find length in the spine. Right leg straight, then open your right hip here. Right hand lifts, take an inhale, exhale, bring it all in together. Bring your right elbow and right knee to touch, get as low as possible. All right, and then inhale, open back out, half moon. From here, step back, warrior two. Oh, nice little bit of cooking into the legs there. So finding your way into your warrior two, left hip is open, right hip closed, left knee over left ankle. Push into the blade edge of the right foot. All right, let's inhale, flip and reverse. Now as you exhale, Skandasana, we slide to the right. Of course, finding your version of Skandasana will be different on everyone due to ankle mobility, knees, hips, all that kind of stuff. Next destination, side plank. Turn to the front. Right hand comes down. You will be supporting your wrist by having right wrist under right shoulder. Maybe we come to a bent knee version, right? And then you're going to lift that left hand up. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2. That left foot goes over. Drop yourself down and pause. We're going to be anchoring down through that left heel. Keep your right leg flexed, pushing up, open up, a version of wild thing here. And then when you're ready, how slowly can you come back to crouch position? I'm sweating, I don't know about you guys. From here, ripple forwards, high plank. Exhale, low plank, chaturanga. Press back up. Bring the knees wide, send the hips back, toes stay tucked. And we're going to do a big ripple. So think about leaning with the forehead, nose, chin, sternum, pubic bone. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. We are not resting here. We're going to go through one Surya Namaskar here. So when you're ready, bending your knees, we are going to jump or step the feet between the hands. Halfway lift, breathe in, and fall forward, breathe out. This time, Utkatasana. As you exhale, come onto the balls of the feet, bring the hands back. Take one inhale as you exhale, crow pose, potentially. Maybe for 3 breaths, maybe with the feet on the ground. Your version here, stay for 3, 2, send those feet back, high to low. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Well done. All right, guys. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, bend and open. And again, option here, have a play, just 3 breaths. Maybe that left hand just comes off the ground. Maybe you open the hip and have a play. Maybe you've fallen and face planted, doesn't matter. Slow journey. Step the right foot outside of the right hand. Okay. From here, this time, bring the left knee to the nose, just like we did before. Kick it through. All right, left knee comes back up. Leave the right hand up. Take an inhale as you exhale, extended pyramids. Half moon. Bend the right knee. Right hand down, left leg comes up 2 this time. Take an inhale. Exhale, draw yourself into a little squat. Option for a dragon squat. Left leg goes behind. Optional dragon squat. Half moon. 1 more to go. All right, either bringing it in like we did before, or left foot goes behind the right calf, maybe catching the toe, maybe finding your version of dragon squat. Well done. Open up, half moon. Next destination, warrior 2. Pause here for a moment, reset. Whew. From your warrior 2, inhale. Exhale, Skandasana. Coming over to your side plank. So it's going to be really slow transition, side plank to wild thing. So I'd like you to just explore here. So take your time. Moving from one to the next over a few breaths. Any variation is welcome. All right, as you come back through, all the way into your crouch pose. Ripple up and over. High plank through low plank, chaturanga, elbows in. Press back up, send those hips back, and ripple the spine through. Well done, guys. Downward facing dog. Straight away into that left side. Here we go. Inhale. Left foot rises. Keep the left hand stable, maybe bring that right hand back. Now again, you've got choices here. Either go for that quad stretch and opening of the hip, or stay where you are, wherever you are. Slowly we're going to step that left foot outside the left hand straight away. We're going to bring the right knee to the nose. Kick the right leg through. Beautiful. Now from here, bring it back. Right knee comes up to nose. Step the right foot back. Left hand comes up. Take an inhale as you exhale. Extended pyramid pose. Well done. Half moon, bending the left knee. Left hand comes out. All right, options here. Take an inhale. Exhale, just bring everything together, or bring that right knee behind, catching the foot with that hand, and maybe finding a version of dragon squat. Let's lift up, half moon. Left hand down. Leg goes behind. Inhale. Exhale. Our second one here. Dragon squat. All right. Unravel, half moon to warrior two. Adjust your feet. And your warrior two, let's inhale, flip reverse. Exhale, cartwheel, and find Skandasana. Bending the right knee, straightening the left. From Skandasana, we've got a nice transition from your side plank. The base being your right wrist under right shoulder. Float the left leg off. Open the hip. Play with any transition here. And then your version of wild thing. All right, we slowly come back over to crouch. Ripple forward, high to low. Press back up. Send those hips back. As you inhale, pull the body through. And as you exhale, bring the knees wide. It is a child's pose. Reset your breath here. Use this time to again soften the body from any tension. Notice where it's being held in the face, the jaw, the shoulders, and let it go on your breath out. You've probably guessed by now we've got one more round to go, so I'm going to get straight into it. If you need to take more rest, please do. If not, we're going to flow that little sequence out, maybe with one or two additions. All right, let's put this into a flow. All right, from our downward facing dog, guys. All right, let's do it. All right, press into those hands. Let's get ready to go here. So we're going to just do one little bit of movement before we get into our flow. So again, option here to have a jump, step, or float. We're going to bend our knees, jump, step, float, fly, or handstand your way to the top. Halfway lift, breathe it in. And exhale, we fold. Utkatasana, chair pose. Inhale. Exhale, come onto the balls of the feet and lift the heels. Taking an inhale here. Exhale, option for crow pose. And then however you'd like to move back through a vinyasa. All right, last round, guys, before we hit the floor. Downward facing dog. All right, right leg rises. Breathe in, maybe reach back and catch just for a moment or two here. All right, from here, slowly, we're gonna bring that, maybe leaving the left hand off the ground. Bring the right leg through. Fallen triangle with the foot down or up, your choice here. All right, from here, slowly bring it back. Step the right foot outside of the right hand, bring the left knee to the nose, and then kicking it through. All right, all the way back here. Right hand stays up. Take an inhale. Exhale, extended pyramids. Bend the right knee. Coming to find your half moon. All right, taking inhale here. Exhale, coming all the way down for your dragon squat. All right, 3 this time on this last round. Let's add a little bit of pace. Half moon on the inhale. Exhale, your single leg squat, whatever that is for you. Inhale, half moon. And then exhale, coming down, finding a single leg squat and hold. Finding your depth here for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly unravel, step back, warrior 2. Well done. Those legs are cooking. From your warrior 2, inhale, flip and reverse. Skandasana. Play around maybe with no hands on this version. All right, from your Skandasana, coming all the way back and through. All right, left hand down, your transition over to Wild Thing. Make it a fun and funky transition. However that is for you, maybe coming down first if that feels nice, lifting up. All right, and then making your way back over. All right, we're going to find our pigeon pose from here. Bring your right knee to your right wrist. Oh, it feels good. Untuck your back toes, square off your hips. Take an inhale. As you exhale, finding your way down into pigeon pose. Your variation blocks can be super helpful here. Let's take 5 breaths. Oh, notice your breath. Well done. So check in with your physical body often until where it's holding tension, and give yourself permission to let that go every single exhale. All right, final round here. Let's bring it back up. Downward facing dog, guys. All right, guys, let's give it a go. Left leg rises, breathe it in. All right, option to keep that left hand down. Maybe that right hand reaches back and behind just for a moment. All right, we have a fallen triangle here, so lean forward, maybe no hands. Bring your left shoulder over left wrist. That left leg kicks through. Beautiful. As we come back, we're going to find our way with the left foot outside of the left hand. All right, from here, we're going to bring, just adjusting a bit here, that right knee to the nose. Kick that right leg through. Bringing it all the way back. Beautiful. And then from here, take an inhale, lifting up, and exhale, extended pyramid pose. Boom. All right, from here, half moon. Here we go. 3 squats this time. We're nearly there. Taking an inhale, find Ardha Chandrasana, half moon. Exhale, coming down to find your version of a squat. Dragon squat, shrimp squat, pistol squat, any single leg version here. Inhale, lift up, exhale. Bring that right knee behind, finding your version. One more time here, we're going to hold it. Inhale, half moon, and exhale. Really get that right knee on the outside of the calf if you're practicing your dragon. Maybe holding on, breathe. This side is much tighter than my other one. 2, 1, warrior 2. Oh my goodness, we are nearly there. All right, open yourself into your warrior. Let's take an inhale, flip and reverse. Skandasana to the right. Oh, that feels so good after those dragon squats. All right, last little bit here for the practice. Sweep back, right hand down. All right, here we go. Push the floor away first. Float the left foot off. Coming to your version, however you'd like to get there is fine. Into a wild thing. All right, let's give it a go. Lift up and open. And then as you come back, pigeon pose. Left knee to left wrist. Extend the right leg out long. Square off your hips. Well done. That was a really tough practice for those of you that are still here. Thank you for coming along for the ride. As you settle yourself down here, make sure you take a moment of gratitude for what you just did. Our bodies are incredible. Our bodies are this amazing vehicle that just listens to our cues. They're listening to us consistently. They are talking to us consistently. Our job is to listen. Instead of judging what we find and getting angry with the things that show up, our job is to actually go, thank you, body. Thank you for showing me this. What do you need? How can I help you? Be kind to yourself. So as you settle here for 3 more breaths, maybe just drop into gratitude at what you just did. Notice how that opens your body. When you're ready, you're going to swing that back leg around. Alright, we're going to take a seated twist today so we can get into the glutes. You can either keep your left knee bent or you can straighten it out and just bring that right one over. Keep the spine really nice and long here. We're going to wrap our left elbow around our right knee, lifting up and then taking a seated twist. Yeah, so it gets a little bit more into the piriformis. If you like, you can pull that knee a bit closer to get the stretch in the glutes. Alright, I'm going to do a bit of a funky transition here. I don't usually do this transition, but we're here, so let's give it a go. So we need to turn to the left. Left hand comes down, keep your feet exactly as they are, push through your right heel. Now you're going to bring the right hand down and we're going to keep turning around, and we hopefully end up on the other side. Doesn't matter if that didn't happen for you. So what we have now is the left foot on top and the right leg underneath. Bring the right arm up, we're going to reach around and again find your version of a seated twist. I remember when I was doing my yoga teacher training, I couldn't actually get that. I couldn't figure it out, and it's not about figuring it out. Everything is always just about never judging at anything that unfolds, you know, and that's still a practice, you know. It's constantly a practice. So we might go to do something and it's uncomfortable or it's difficult. We don't like it, we get frustrated. Use that as our teacher to go, okay, cool, what can I learn from this? But it is hard. We're in a world that tells us we need to be perfect by what we see on our social media. So be gentle with yourself for the things that bring in discomfort. Our next session is simply Shavasana. If there's anything you need before Shavasana, please take it. If not, we're going to just spend this time just coming down to our mats. Again, if you need anything else, please feel free. I'm really big on that. If not, extend your legs long. I'll always take you through a Shavasana. I won't stop the video. I'll let you do it on your own. So I want you just to settle. Bring your shoulders away from your ears. Make sure they're not like bunching up around there. Turn your palms up. Let the feet flop open. And just land. Make sure your lips are gently sealed and you're breathing through your nose. I invite you to just bring your hands back to your body, so anywhere that feels right for you today. And under your hands, I just want you to feel just an energy of softness, that when you touch your body, you come home. So just taking a moment here with your hands on your body to dive into utmost gratitude and appreciation. To thank your vehicle for everything it just did and everything that it's done to get you to this moment. Pay attention to your body today. Pay attention to when it moves into tightness or tension or it feels rigid, and ask yourself the question, is this needed or necessary? Is this a real threat, or can I exhale back into softness? Now, in your own time, please keep your eyes downcast or closed and come up to seated. And you might want to move your neck around a little bit here, just a bit of a wriggle, roll. And then when you're ready, gently bring your thumbs towards your prefrontal cortex. I really appreciate your practice. I hope you got a lot out of that one. I'd love to hear what you thought and how you went. Saying thank you to your body, to this day that you get to experience, to your vehicle for letting you know when it needs something, and as always from my heart to yours. Namaste. I hope you guys had a beautiful practice. Thank you again. Keep your eye out for my Move Like Water online coaching. So mobility, movement, calisthenics, and strength and yoga. Also working with the autonomic nervous system and the polyvagal theory. So I'll be running constant nervous system reset workshops. The first one will be on May 19th. That will be my first container for the Move Like Water program. If you'd like to be a part of this 4-week series, I'm asking for 1 hour of your time every Monday night. If you miss it, you can watch it back, to learn a little bit about your autonomic nervous system and what it looks like, sounds like, and feels like when we drop into stress. Looks like this, or overwhelm, right? Overwhelm is feeling like a turtle, really, with its head pulled into its shell. So we can then re-cue our body if we need to and return back to safety. Remember, the only place our body burns fat, our digestion works properly, and we heal is when we return back to our ventral state in our autonomic nervous system, right? This comes when we take the armor off, right? So as we know, it's very easy in the world we're living in today to live in a big state of tension and tightness, especially when we use phones as much as we do, and also sit in chairs. I'd love to share this nervous system course with you. If you use the code RESET at the checkout, you'll actually get 25% off. I'll put the link down into the comments. I'd really appreciate if you gave this video a like and subscribed. I'll be adding much more to this YouTube channel as we move forward into the Move Like Water program. If you are interested in the online coaching, stay tuned. That is coming soon. You can jump on over to my website, megspace.com.au, to check in with any updates, and also over my Instagram page, move_like_water, to check out when that all starts. Have yourselves a beautiful day.